Already 6.5 minutes into this video, and there's so much more I wanted to say, so I'll just go a little faster now. If you're in the conversation, if this other person is willing to hear what you have to say, you still have to be able to get the words out of your mouth. Well, best scenario, this conversation is going in a fluent way, and you're just getting closer to the subject and getting more into the material as you're talking. And of course you can stop the conversation whenever you want, and you just say that you will go more specific next time you're talking. But it would be good to get to the end of the conversation first time you're talking, because that would feel like you finally said it all, and not like you still have to have another conversation for that person to accept what you all want to say. And that's actually what you're hoping for, probably, at the end of the conversation, this accepting, sorry. So if this person keeps accepting everything you're telling, then just keep talking and keep explaining. And we'll also explain that you are really happy that you can talk to him or her about this, that you've never ever opened up about it before, so that they understand how emotionally heavy this moment is to you, and so that they feel that they are important to you, and that this is actually something beautiful for them, that they should be grateful for that you're telling this. And that way, that respect will come easier, and they will be more understanding, probably, because they know that this is hard for you. And in this world, I just want to go to a metaphor. I think in this world, fetishes are such a taboo that you feel a lot of shame about it when you have a fetish. And you can be together with somebody for a very long time and not being able to tell him or her this, and that might actually make it heavier and heavier, or bigger and bigger all the time that you are together. Because when you then talk about it, it's like this secret that you have had for years, or whatever, months, and of course it is that big to you, but to the other person, when you then talk about it, they might feel betrayed that you didn't tell them earlier, or something like that. And that's why I want to go to this metaphor of something without a taboo, that people might easier understand that you have a problem telling somebody. So I thought having a fetish is kind of like having a scar somewhere, maybe underneath your hair, somewhere on your head, and you're really worried about what the other person will think of you when they see it. Maybe it's really extreme, and you feel really ugly at that part of your body, or maybe not even ugly, but just strange, and you don't want anybody ever to see it. I mean, you don't have to show it. It is, let's say underneath your hair, because that's where your partner probably has not looked yet. And you cannot just show him like, hey, here, this is me too. Like, he should still love you the same afterwards, but will he or she, and will they see how big this is to you, and will they understand and not laugh or react shocked? Or probably he or she will be kind of shocked, probably if it was a secret for such a long time. But with a scar, they will understand that it is something that is hard to show to somebody. And there's a story to this scar. It is part of you, and probably something, well, some intense moments of emotion are connected to it. And well, with a fetish, it is kind of the same. I mean, you didn't choose to have your fetish, it just was there someday, or maybe always. And you cannot make it go away. It is part of you, but it doesn't make you any less of a person. And it is actually nothing to be ashamed of. But of course you are. I mean, there's such a big taboo on it. And yes, it might be true that your partner sees you different after you've told him or her about it. Sees you differently, like he or she might see you differently after seeing this scar. Maybe this picture won't leave his head or her head next time you are kissing or making out. Those scary thoughts are actually a reason to keep your secret to yourself. And well, opening up is really a strong move. So I think with this metaphor, the other person might understand that you didn't tell earlier. And if not, I hope this metaphor makes sense to you and you understand that your fetish is nothing that you can feel guilty about. I mean, it is just part of you. And yes, maybe you've done things that you shouldn't have done. Yes, you can feel guilty about that. I mean, you shouldn't lose control if it's not in a situation where nothing bad would happen. But well, you know, your fetish, you can't help that it's there. So you don't have to feel guilty about having it. And well, I think if you're able to share this with somebody, you could feel much lighter and happier in your life. Please make clear that you're not expecting from your partner, if it's also your sexual partner, to engage in this behavior with you. Maybe it would be nice, but don't go there this first conversation. Like, don't explain clearly that you don't expect it, and don't say that you would love it or would want it. Just say that as an answer to a question. Like, you could say that you would be willing and would be open to it, but don't have this conversation only only for the reason to get your partner to do this with you. You also have to be clear about that you also just want to share this with somebody. Share the way you're feeling in words with somebody. Share it in words so that you can get feedback on it and so that they can feel more understanding for it. Well, that's a lot of words now. Thank you for watching. I'm going to stop talking because you can always ask for more. If you think this video was helpful, please let me know. And if you have any more questions, also please let me know. Thank you.